Module 2, Lesson 3 is continue with the division with fractions. In this lesson, you'll be able to use fraction bars and area models to show the division of fractions by fractions. So the last two lessons we have actually done fractions with whole numbers, and this time we will only be doing fractions and fractions. So if you take a look here at the example, you have 7/9 divided by 3/9. So we keep the first number, 7/9, change its multiplication, and then flip our 3/9 over to get the reciprocal, 9/3. Then we multiply straight across. That's 7 times 9 is 63. 9 times 3 is 27. I put 63 over 27, which is the same as 63 divided by 27. So over here I showed you the long division. 63 divided by 27, it would be 2. 27 times 2 is 54. When I subtract 54 from 63, I get a remainder 9, so I put remainder 9. Though in 6th grade we would usually go on to decimals, because our question is in fractions, our answer has to be in fractions, so now I can write it as a mixed number. So that gives me 2, so the whole number, 2. My remainder is my numerator, 9. The denominator stays the same, which was 27. And so that's 9 over 27. 9 divided by 9 gives me 1. 27 divided by 9 gives me 3. So I simplified my fraction to get an equivalent fraction, 1/3, and the answer would be 2 1/3. Now, if you look below, I'm going to show you a diagram or a model, an area model. So the first one was 7/9. So what I did is I drew 9 boxes and shaded in 7 of them. So that would give me 7/9. And since I was dividing by 3/9, I wanted to see how many 3/9 are inside my 7/9. So I broke it down. I had 1, 2, 3/9 here, 1, 2, 3/9 here. So that's 2 3/9. And then when I did another 3/9, I didn't have the whole thing, because this whole thing would be 3/9. I only had 1 out of those 3. That's 1/3. So I had 2 3/9 and then 1/3 of the 3/9, which is my answer, 2 1/3. Lesson 3, we're interpreting and computing division of fractions by a fraction and using models for this as well. In the opening exercise, it has us draw a model to represent 12 divided by 3. So all you would do is make 12 boxes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it wants us to break it into groups of 3. That's what dividing by 3 means. So here's a group of 3. There's a group of 3. There's a group of 3. And there's a group of 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a question or a word problem that matches your model. So your question can be anything with, I have 12 cups. I need to break it into groups of 3 cups. How many groups will I have? There you go. Start out with what you have, which is the first number. Divide by what you need, which is the second number. And then you'll find out how many of those you'll have. So, first question. We have 8/9 divided by 2/9. It says write the expression in unit form and then draw the model to solve. So, unit form, we're going to have 8/9 divided by 2/9. Now you have to do keep. That would be my 8/9. Change. Make sure you're writing the words across the top. I'll be expecting to see this when I check your work. And flip it over. So I have to do the reciprocal of 2/9, which would be 9 over 2. Then I'm able to multiply straight across. That would be 72 over 9 times 2 is 18. And so then I'm going to take 72 divided by 18 and 18 times 4, 8 times 4 is 32, carry your 3, 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7, that is 72. So 72 divided by 18 is equal to 4, or 72 18ths is equal to 4. Now, a model to show you why. I'm going to go ahead and do 9 boxes because I'm going to do my denominator. This is the whole. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I only had 8/9, so I'm going to shade in 8 of those. Each one of these being 1/9. Then they want to know how many 2/9 there are, so I look, so that's a 2/9. That's another 2/9. Another 2/9. And another. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 4. Example 2 and 3. On the next page, you have 9/12 divided by 3/12. So that would be 9/12 divided by 3/12. Keep your first number. Again, you should be writing what I'm writing. So that's 9/12. We change to multiplication and we flip it or find the reciprocal for 3 over 12, which would then be 12 over 3. Multiply straight across. 9 times 12 is 108. 12 times 3 is 36, which is 108 divided by 36. And that would be 36 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry my 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. That gives me exactly 108. So that means 108/36 is equal to 3. That would be our answer. The model to show this, we start with the denominator, which is 12. So I need to make 12 boxes. And I have 9 of them. That's what that 9/12 mean. So I'm going to shade in 9 of them. And it doesn't have to be perfectly colored in. You just want to have 9 shaded in so you understand that these 9 are what you have. These 3 you don't have. And then it wants to know how many 3/12 are in there. So remember, each of these is 1/12. This is 1/12. That is 1/12. All the way down. All of these are 1 out of the 12 boxes. So when it's asking us to find 3/12, all I'm going to do is then see how many 3/12 are in there. So this would be 1, 2, 3/12. So that's one of them. 1, 2, 3/12. And 1, 2, 3/12. And that would be 1, 2, 3 of them, which our answer is 3. Now your last example. You have 7/9 divided by 3/9. So we take 7/9 divided by 3/9. Again, you should be rewriting this question. On the next page, you'll be asked to solve problems, and I will expect to see that you are writing out the problem again, and then showing the keep, change, flip. Also writing the words. So that's 7/9 times 9/3. 7 times 9 is 63. Going straight across. 9 times 3 is 27. So it would be 63 divided by 27. I would start with 27 times 2. I know that's for sure. So we'll do our long division just to make sure. So I take 63 divided by 27 would be 2. That's minus 54. You're going to end up with a 9. That's remainder 9. So now we can do a mixed number. So that would be a 9. The denominator is 27. Well, 9/27 can be simplified. 9 can be divided by 9. 27 can be divided by 9, so that means I'm making the equivalent fraction. And that would be 2 1/3, because 9 divided by 9 gives me 1. 27 divided by 9 gives me 3. Now your model, you want to have 9 boxes. And show that you have 7 of them. So we're going to shade in the 7. And again, each of these is 1/9 all the way down. That's 1/9, and that means 7 of them is 7/9. Now we want to know how many 3s there are. So I pull out that is 3/9, and then that is 3/9. And then over here, the 3/9 would be the whole thing, but I don't have the whole thing. I only have 1 out of the 3. And so that is 1/3. And so that's 1, 2, and 1/3, which is the answer that we found. Now I'd like you to go on to the next page, solving these. You do not have to draw a model unless it helps you. The question here, how many fourths are in 3/4? All they're asking is, what is 3/4 divided by 1/4? I want you to go ahead and solve the first 3. Have me check it. I'll move you on to your checkpoint if it's correct. If not, we'll talk through what the problem is and get you ready for that checkpoint.